Good afternoon. My name is Jordan Reinhardt, and today we'll be talking about the deep web and the dark web. So, what is the deep web? The deep web, or the invisible web, or hidden web parts, are part of the or hidden web are parts of the World Wide Web whose contents are not indexed by standard web search engines. The opposite term to the deep web is the surface web, or the sorry about that, or the clear net, the clear web, which is accessible to anybody using the internet. So the deep web is pretty much like websites that aren't really advertised on television, not really mainstream. These sites could be such as like Pirate Bay dot SC, I believe it's called now. A lot of foreign sites, especially to Americans, they are part of the deep web. Sites such as 4chan, you know, there are a bunch of deep web sites. There's pretty much sites that aren't mainstream, but they could also be used for illegal activities, or they could be used for innocent activities and forms of just public speaking and freedom of speech. So yeah, that's what the deep web consists of. Whereas the surface web, or the clear web, consists of more so sites such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you could say. Sites that pretty much are just really popular, and a lot of people visit frequently. So as you can see, the surface web consists of 4% of the internet, of the World Wide Web, whereas the deep web takes up a whopping 96% of the deep web. And this is because, the internet, or the World Wide Web, is a mesh network. So it's going to take up a large portion. There are going to be plenty of web servers and websites out there that aren't going to be frequently visited on a daily basis. So what is the dark web? See, the dark web is the World Wide Web content that exists on darknets, overlay networks that use the internet but require specific software configurations or authorization to access. So the dark web is pretty much a part of the internet, but is a separate entity from the clear and the deep web. So though you have sorry about this. So you have .com, you have .net, you have .org, stuff like that, .edu, and the dark web uses .onion. So that's an entirely different form of internet, and the addresses for these .onions aren't going to be something like Facebook.onion or anything like that. .onions usually take up random letters and characters such as F210566 plus and stuff like that. They just take up a lot of just different random letters and characters that make up the domain names for the dark web, and they can't be accessed using Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. You have to access these websites with a special configuration, special browsers, and yeah, you just can't really just do it like how you can't access any Onion website like you would access regular clear websites. Sorry about that. It's an anonymous browser, secret search engines. I can't name any of these search engines off the top of my head, but the advantage that the dark web offers is anonymity. So it's not going to be easy for you to be tracked, and whatever you do on the web, it's not going to be easy for it to, you can do it anonymously per se. Like, your history won't be recorded because the dark web consists of multiple nodes. So people are going to lend you per se their computers, and allow you to, from people from all over the world, people from Germany, Ireland, America. You got other IP addresses. Like, your IP addresses are just going to be lended to you for the time that you access sites, so that it is less of a chance that whatever activity you do on the dark web won't get traced back to you. So the anonymous browser, secret search engines, hidden wikis. You have hidden wikis that talk about what was her name? Hillary Clinton. Her her emails were leaked. That's a hidden wiki. And just hidden information on things that wouldn't really be accessible, or wouldn't really be like permitted on the clear web, such as perhaps a wiki on how pipe bombs work or something crazy like that. How to create a pipe bomb. And you have hidden chat rooms that where only certain people are invited, where you talk about inappropriate things. Now hopefully you can see this. This is somebody trying to get onto a dark web website, and they can't access it via Google. They can't access the article they desire via Google, but they use a dark web website, and they're perfectly able to access that same domain, the same search that they wanted, the same article. Couldn't do it via the Google search engine. They had to do it with the dark web search engine, because it's just not a topic that's allowed on the clear web. So here's a list of like some clear websites. You go a little bit deeper, and here's the dark websites. The deep websites here. All these still don't require .onion domain names, but once you get down here, it requires .onion, Silk Road, the hidden wiki, and I'm not too sure. I think the government websites are just way further than that. So the New Yorker's Strongbox, which allows whistleblowers to securely and anonymously communicate with the magazine, is a Tor hidden service. So that's another advantage of, that is an advantage of the dark web. It just allows you to it allows freedom of speech, and allows you to anonymously whistleblow without fear of being tracked by the government or terrorist agencies, or just people in power. That's an advantage of, that's one reason why the dark web was created itself. So anonymous browser, like I said before, this is the most actually, I'm not sure if I said this, but yeah, Tor is the most popular way to access the dark web. Runs through the computer servers, thousands of volunteers. Like I said, you have people volunteering their IP addresses, throughout the world, to pretty much just, to kind of like make it as difficult as possible for anybody to track your activity. Your data was bundled into an encrypted packet. See, you're encrypted. All connections are encrypted, so it will be even harder for somebody to track your activity. Tor strips away part of the packet's header, which is a part of the addressing information used to learn things about the sender, operating system, which was the message that was sent. So it just pretty much just makes it hard. Like I said, just makes it really hard for people to just track what you're doing. The good stuff. Is it legal? Is the dark web legal? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's used as a source of anonymity, a source of freedom, a way for freedom. And even if it's illegal in this country, it's likely to always live on for a long time in other countries somewhere. And yeah, what happens is, it is legal, but there are certain things you can do on there that are illegal, such as like child pornography, searching up, hiring men for assassinations, stealing people's social security numbers, driver's licenses, buying illegal guns, things like that. You have freedom to do on the dark web, and those activities are illegal, and they can get you locked up. They can give somebody a full reason to search what you're doing, to try and track you through all the people's IP addresses that all the people's IP addresses that you've borrowed. They will happily track that and take as long as it takes, as much time as it takes, to catch you if you buy illegal guns, and especially if you assassinate someone. So the Silk Road case, Internet's Wild West, 1.2 billion. This is where people buy like things such as illegal social security cards. People buy illegal PayPal accounts. They buy other people's bank accounts, child pornography, stuff like that. This is where they do it. Sites such as the Silk Road, they have many other sites just like it on the dark web, and that's pretty much funded through Bitcoin. So, you know, if you don't know what Bitcoin is, the cryptocurrency that's popular out now, they're just like dollars and euros. So it's a little windy outside. Just like dollars, where it's like they don't, you know, no dollar bill has someone's name on it. You know, it's the same way with Bitcoin. They're not really, they're a hard currency for the internet to track, unlike money, where it's like it's all, every dollar has to be in an account, and whenever you send it out to someone's account, that account has to be, you know, reputable through a bank or a service such as PayPal, or it's linked to your actual identity. Whereas Bitcoin, you know, there are many ways of using Bitcoin without, you know, showing off your identity or requiring somebody else's identity, which a lot of people did in the past, where they would steal someone's credit card and use it on the internet to buy illegal things. But now, you know, you you don't have to do that. You can buy illegal things. Not saying that you should at all, but people can now buy illegal things. It's windy outside, with the use of Bitcoin without the worry of being tracked. So why should you care about the deep web? Well, darknets grant everyone the power to speak freely without fear of censorship or persecution. That is a very, very important thing in our society today, because we have a lot of, you know, Bill Cosby's and a lot of people like for the Me Too movement, stuff like that. You know, like, you know, if they speak up, you know, they don't have protection. You know, like if you want to like snitch on or if you want to rat so I'm using all these terms, but if you want to speak up about, you know, criminal agents, criminal organizations, you know, especially on the web, it's hard to do that in real life, because there's a large chance that those criminal organizations will track you and kill you or do something bad to your family. And you know, the dark web pretty much gives you an opportunity to speak up about this anonymously through the web, through the internet, and I think that's pretty cool. So how do you get into the dark web? Unlike the deep web does require special tools to be accessed and needs Tor, like I said. How do you get into the deep web? Accessing the deep web doesn't require any special computer skills. All you really need to know is what you're looking for, and you just pretty much need to know like the domain name. That's all you need to know in order to access the deep web. How much of the internet is on the deep web? According to estimation, the deep web makes up 96% of the internet, which is around 500 to 5,000 larger than the surface web. Deep web is mostly user databases, websites behind paywalls, and passwords, even your emails. And here go my works cited. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the deep web and the dark web today. Thank you for taking your time to watch my recording, and hope you guys have a good spring break.